When we're at the auction, why do we fundraise for the specific amount that we do? So the average that we fundraise per horse is $5,000. If it's a draft horse, it's $6,000. If they need, let's say they got to go to the hospital because they have very visible pneumonia, or they have a visible leg injury, or something that we know is going to take time, then our fundraisers can go anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. Since January of this year through July 31st, we've already spent $500,000 on vet bills. So you can imagine it's not cheap to heal a horse that's been neglected or gone through trauma. If the horse is visible to us with a broken leg, or that I'm just like, nope, I already know that horse needs to be put down, then we fundraise on average for about $2,500 or less, depending on the size of the horse, because they usually charge us around $950 to $1,280 per horse. And you add on transport to the vet, $150, and then you add on the x-rays to confirm this is the right decision, because that would be horrible if you euthanized a horse that never needed to be euthanized. And x-rays can be anywhere from $75 to $475, and then the euthanasia itself is around $400 to $600, and that includes someone having to come pick up that horse and go and bury that horse. And then there's also ultrasounds. With a healthy horse, let's say we're fundraising for $5,000 for what seems to be a healthy horse. The reality is this horse can cost anywhere from $800, you get lucky if it goes lower, all the way up to $3,000, $4,000. Now, once you get this horse home and you start going through it and you do x-rays, ultrasounds, osphos legend injections, that's gonna be around $2,500 for a full workup. And then a dental is around $300 to $400, and that includes sedation and a physical exam before the dental, because God forbid the horse have a heart attack when it's sedated getting a dental. That also includes possible blood work if we think that they might need blood work to confirm anything from Cushing's or any kind of systemic diseases, anemia, anything like that. And then of course, that's not even counting training. Training is about $800 to $1,500 a month, depending on what trainer you're using. And most horses that I find, what they need at least 2 to 3 months before you actually know who they are. Our $5,000 fundraiser and our $6,000 fundraiser isn't even enough, but I can't realistically go in and say it's 10 grand per horse, because no one would understand, and it would almost be like you would be fighting everyone. So let's say that we've rescued a horse for $5,000 and we rescued a horse for $5,000. If one of those two horses has to be put down and we have $2,500 remaining from the horse that was euthanized, that $2,500 rolls into a horse that has other medical expenses above and beyond the $5,000. So it's just a cycle of hoping we raised enough money for all of them. And it even goes above and beyond just the basics when I say like vet, farrier, and dental. I mean, every horse, even with farrier, is so different. We could take a regular quarter horse who stands for the farrier and he just needs a straight trim, right? That's $75. But if we do the x-rays and now he needs to have pads or shoes put on, now it's $125. If he needs to have pads put on, that's $225. God forbid it's a draft horse that needs shoes and pads, you're gonna pay $600. These horses have to be in stalls while they're in this rehab phase. When you have almost 500 horses, someone has to clean up the poop. That takes staff. So then there's that cost. There's insurance, there's trucks, there's trailers, there's hauling, there's paying transporters. Everything has a cost. It's not just as simple as rescuing the horse and here are its expenses. It's like a circle graph. There's like the little one, the little circle, which is the horse. You go a little bit bigger and that's the care. Go a little bit bigger and that's the training. A little bit bigger and then you've got all the people that are trying to make this circle spin. And unfortunately, without donations, without Patreon, without YouTube sponsorships, without monthly sponsorships, like those costs have to be taken care of so that we can truly stand behind these horses. And another reality is most people don't sponsor horses. So we have so many horses that are pasture only that are deemed by us as not rideable. If there's no money coming in to care for them, who cares for them? Like, do we just let them starve? No. So there also has to be funding for that. So these fundraisers that we do literally go towards, it's okay that they're a pasture horse. We now are not begging the public to feed them. It's taken care of through amazing monthly donors and monthly sponsors, and just through donations in general that come in to help us sustain what we are becoming over time, which is this massive horse intake facility that is not just about rescuing, but it's about education, rehabbing, sanctuary, training. Like, it's literally just turning into everything, which shows you how big the problem is in the general public. The problem is all of it.